Hello everybody, welcome back to SV Handmades. So today's video is about making this Fathersday card. So this card is for a father who is interested in badminton. So let's start making it. So first we take a green colored cardstock to represent our field or the court. So I just measured about 8 by 5 for the card. So this will be our base. I used a paper cutter to cut out my card so that I get neat edges. You can use your scissors to mark and cut. So in a sheet of cardstock, you can make 2 cards easily. So I'm using these two. So for now we'll use one, and later in the next video I'm going to show you another card using the same cardstock. So mark the center point of the card and then draw a line. We are going to first draw lines to make our coat. This is the outer edge. You can do a rough marking and later on you can adjust it either smaller or bigger depending on your outer card. So we are going to do this and then paste it on top of a white cardstock. So this is the white quilling strip I'm going to use for making our shuttlecock. So remember always to pull out your strips from the middle of the package so that the rest of the strips remain intact. So take about half a strip and then for a small length just make a fold, about 3 or 4 folds. This will become the spine of our feathers. Hope you have all seen a shuttlecock. It's made up of feathers. So first we'll make the spine. So I decided to make about 7 feathers for my shuttlecock. Apply glue throughout the strip so that all of the layers stay together. Try to make all of your the spine of the same size. Need not be very exact, but try to make it as much as possible in equal sizes. These are about 2 inches, a little bit less probably, or you can make it about 2 inches. That should be fine. So anything extra sticking out, you can always use your scissors to snip that portion out. To make the length of the video smaller, I'm trying to fast forward the video, so I guess it's not that difficult. So you have to just eyeball and keep folding the strip and making a spine. Now we will start making our feather. So take a comb. This is a metal comb. So we try to wind the paper around the comb. So I'm skipping, as you can see, there are prongs in the comb and I'm skipping one prong in between. So when I insert it, I skip one and insert on the next one, just to make the feather a little bigger. Gently remove it out of the comb and then fold it exactly in the middle and give a gentle squeeze. Now we are going to take our spine and going to paste it in the center. So apply glue on all sides and then place your spine you just created inside and squeeze it all together. So that's one feather. So I have made two already, so you can see how it looks. So I'm going to show you again how to do this. Insert your strip into your comb. For the first step, you can take about 3 of the prongs together, and as you go forward, skip one prong and insert into the next one. So the same way we apply glue on both the sides of our folded feather shape. Insert your spine in the middle and then stick all of the layers together. This quilling comb is an interesting tool. We can do a lot of things with this, especially for flower making. This tool gives beautiful flowers. So if you don't have this, you can even use a white toothed normal comb or even pet combs. These are specifically made for quilling, so they have numbers on them. The regular other combs like the pet combs and the regular comb that we use don't have the numbers, but you can always use that also. Now we'll paste all of our feathers together. Do not add glue to the spine part, but only to the feathers. So I have made about 7 feathers. Just squeeze them all together so they get stuck nicely. Later we will make the adjustments. Now we will use small cardstock strips and then add it to the gaps that you have in between the spines. This will give the look of the stitch that you find on a feathercock. So we will be adding 2 layers. The normal quilling strip will not hold stiff, so you have to use a cardstock. So if you don't have a cardstock, you can always use a chart paper or the poster boards that you get in the market. If you do regular quilling, then definitely you can use cardstock. So these cardstock strips, the pieces that I cut are very tiny. They measure just about 2 to 3 mm. Tweezers always help in arranging these in a very precise way. So use your tweezers, dip them in the glue, and then you stick it in between the spine. Now in the last video we learned how to make circle using a border buddy. So the same technique we are going to apply here. For the bottom portion of this feathercock, we'll use our border buddy and make a circle. Remember to keep tugging as you rotate your handle of the border buddy. All the layers must stay together. So just flatten it a bit on one side and stick it as the base. So now we'll try to fill in the inside part of our circle that we made. So I didn't stick it as an exact circle, I just flattened the top portion and then attached it to the base of our feathercock. So now I'm just trying to make some marquee. It is just a regular filling. So we have a border outside, I'm just trying to fill up the inside of the base. You can make any random shapes that you want. I am trying to use a marquee shape. So first we will glue this thing onto the base so it's easier to fill in. Now as we do the marquee, we can start gluing in directly on the cardstock base. So you can make any shapes that you want, like after filling it up with marquee, if you find a shape that isn't triangular, then you can always make a triangle and fill in the place. So here we are almost done, and one tiny little gap there. You can either fill a triangle or a circle, whichever fits, you can fit it in that place. Now I take a white gel pen and try to go over the lines that we already made to just make it look like a badminton court. So you can even use a white colored pencil or a crayon or whatever is handy with you. I am using a white gel pen. Cut out an oval shape to resemble a badminton racket. And you can fill in with the words of your choice, whatever you want for your Father's Day card. I'm using a Sharpie to color the outside. You can use any marker or black sketch pens to just mark the outside a little darker. Now I'm drawing crisscross lines so that it looks like a racket. Now you decide on the placement and then you can glue it down. So I'm taking a black 3mm strip for its handle. Apply glue. First you put down the black strip. Then place the racket head on top of the strip. Now we'll make the handle part. Cut a 3mm white strip. So paste it there, which looks like a handle. Now using a black pen, you can just make tiny lines on it. Now we are almost done with the card. We'll just write our Father's Day message. On a cardstock, I'm using blue color marker and then trying to cut it out with the scissors. You can cut it out any way you want. I'm just making a fuzzy cut around the letters that I wrote. Apply glue and glue it down. And our card is ready. Now this is the base that we created. So we need the actual card. So take a white cardstock slightly bigger than the base that you made, and then stick the whole thing on top of the white cardstock. So our card is ready, and then you can write the message whatever you want on the white portion on the inside. Hope you like this. So if you have not subscribed yet, please do subscribe and leave your valuable comments. Thank you so much for watching.